Hello everybody, my name is Max and welcome to Is It Worth It? Today we're going to be looking at Warthunder. Is it worth the hard drive space in 2024 or should you uninstall it? We're going to be looking at it from the eyes of a new player. We're going to be looking at performance, gameplay, the grind, the research, the controversies, and of course the community. So hop in for the ride as we look at Warthunder. Before we go any further, I think it's a good idea to read the description that the developers have put. So they say, Warthunder is the most comprehensive free-to-play cross-platform MMO military game dedicated to aviation, armored vehicles, and naval craft from the early 20th century to the most advanced modern combat units. Join now and take part in major battles on land, in the air, and at sea. Which, you know, of course they're going to say that because they're trying to advertise their game. So let's go for some descriptions from people that actually play War Thunder, starting with one of my friends. If you do want to read these, feel free to pause the video, but to summarize, I think War Thunder is one of those games that people love to hate. There's a lot of complaints about the developers' actions and how they don't always represent the best things for the players, but we'll talk more about that in the grind section of the video. For now, let's move on to performance. In general, War Thunder's performance tends to be really good. I think you have to understand that I'm also recording while I'm playing the game, and considering that I'm sitting around 90 FPS, minus one stutter at the beginning when I started the recording, it's pretty amazing. I'm playing on 4K movie graphics with an RTX 2060. An RTX 2060 is by no means a weak card, but nor is it a powerful card anymore. So really, War Thunder is a game that you can play on just about anything. It does work on Xbox and on PlayStation as well. Moving on then to gameplay. So in War Thunder there are air, land and naval battles. I am currently flying in an air battle. In air battles are my favorite, so I feel like they're the ones I'm going to talk about the most. In air battles there are two different types. There's air realistic and air arcade. Air arcade is really for new players to learn or people who just want to have a fun time. Air realistic is more for people who want to get more rewards. Essentially, the gameplay loop of War Thunder is kill as many people as you can to get as much research points as you can so that you can spend those on getting a new plane or getting modifications for your existing planes. That's the most basic way to break it down. Air is my favorite because in air, I feel like as long as you use your plane the right way, you have a decent enough chance in any engagement. I don't usually play ground too much myself, just because in ground I feel like it's a little bit more about what tank you're using and a little bit less about the skill involved. Not that there isn't any skill in ground, I just don't have any, so I can't see it. But that's just how I feel. When it comes to naval, I'm going to be honest with you, naval in War Thunder is terrible. The engagements are very long ranges. Obviously, because it's naval, it's a bit too realistic, it's hard to aim, and when you hit, the shells don't really seem to do anything. You end up having to expend quite a lot of ammunition on one ship because you can't target individual components because you're firing at like 10 kilometers, so you're just trying to hit it, at least in my experience. They are going to add submarines at some point. That may change the idea, but for now, I wouldn't recommend playing naval at all. Air, good. Ground, good.
Fuck.
Look, everyone knows we were going to reach this point. Everyone knows this is where it was going to end. It's research and grind time. War Thunder has a reputation, and to be honest, it's well-deserved of being a grindy video game. And I agree with that. I agree with that 100%. If you've seen the tech tree, it's terrible. It's going to take you like, I don't know, somewhere between 50 years and 100 millennia to actually be able to research everything, which is a bit of a lie. So when it comes to War Thunder, in specific regards to research and grind, it's hard to give a recommendation because it's all based on what you as a player want to fly. If you're looking for early World War II props or mid World War II props like BF-109, Spitfires, Hurricanes, that sort of stuff, you'll find that War Thunder is great fun because you can get a Spitfire in a day and start flying it, and you can get a Hurricane in a day and start flying it, or a BF-109 in a day. If you're coming to War Thunder for an F-16 or an M1 Abrams or a Leopard 2 or a Challenger 2, you're looking at a very long grind through a lot of planes and tanks that you don't want to use just to get to the one tank that you do want to use. It's pretty insane. It's not going to get any better, I'm afraid. It's only going to get worse as time goes on. simply because Warthunder keeps adding new vehicles, more modern vehicles, which keeps raising the bar for the research. You keep having to research more and more and more. It used to be that early like jets were as high as you can go, but now we're at F-16s and stuff. So it's only going to get worse, which is, I guess, a good time to talk about the cost. If you are someone who's looking just for World War II planes, for you, Warthunder is free, essentially. If you are someone who is looking for tanks and planes and you're working a job or you're at uni like I am, Warthunder is not free for you because you are going to have to buy something, either premium or a premium tank or a premium package, just in order to get enough research points to finally get to the tanks you want to use or the planes you want to use. So yeah, it's kind of legendarily bad for that, and the developers are legendarily bad at making it worse. To be honest, they've been doing a pretty good job at balancing it when you consider this game's been going for so long. It's more than 10 years old now, but that's the balancing act they have to do, right? Where on one side you have free players who want to have as much fun as possible, but they also want to turn free players into paid players as much as possible by making the grind as hard as possible. So right now, I would say the grind is quite difficult. I would honestly caution you against playing Warthunder if you are looking for those F-16s or F-14s or whatever, the late jets, advanced jets, modern day jets, whatever you want to call them. You're not going to get those within a month, I would say, or 2 months. Probably you won't get them in 3 months. I've been playing for 1,500 hours and I don't have them. It's that level of bad. So in conclusion then, Warthunder is my most played game on the channel. It's really fun to play. It's nice to play with friends. It's just sometimes the grind is simply too much. And you either have to open your wallet or it's just not for you at the end of the day. Which is a shame. I wish there was a way that new players could start a little bit further up the tech tree, or maybe have 2 separate tech trees for the props and the jets, but all of this is too late to implement now. If you're a free player and you're looking just for props, I would say definitely download it. You've got nothing to lose. If you're a free player and you're looking for jets, I would say, you're not going to have fun. If you're willing to spend a little bit of money to get to jets, then by all means, buy one of the starter packs that I showed you there. The MiG, the A10 Warthog, whatever it is you're going to fly, and fly that to get your jets, is what I tell you to do. Anyway, that's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good rest of your day. Bye for now.